He inherited the world's richest empire, only to see it tear itself apart in a massive civil war just 3 years later. This was the reality for Emperor Jing of Han. His story isn't about expanding the empire, but about saving it from collapse. Jing didn't start from zero. He inherited a project from his famous father, Emperor Wen. After centuries of war, the Han philosophy was simple. Leave the people alone. Tax them less. Let them farm. Let them make money. This era was called the rule of Wen and Jing, one of China's first golden ages. Their job was to heal the nation. Emperor Wen was the compassionate healer. Jing's job was to be the tough manager, to protect that peace at all costs. But a huge problem was growing. These powerful family relatives. The kings ruled their own regions like separate countries with their own armies. They were a threat to the central government. Jing's advisor, Cao Qiu, had a radical solution. Cut their lands. Reduce their power. It was a dangerous game. Jing knew it. He also had a personal feud with the most powerful king, who had never forgiven Jing for accidentally killing his son years earlier. Despite the risk, Jing gave the order. The result? Chaos. 7 kings rebelled at once. With an army of 200,000 men, they claimed they were only rebelling to remove the evil advisor Cao Qiu. Jing was faced with an impossible choice. In a moment of terrible pragmatism, Jing made the brutal decision. He executed Cao Qiu, the man who was only following his orders, hoping it would satisfy the rebels. But it didn't work. The rebels wanted the throne itself. Now, Jing had no choice but to fight. He appointed a brilliant general, Zhou Yafu. General Zhou was a genius. Instead of direct fights, he cut off the rebel supply lines. Their massive army, without food, fell apart. The rebellion was crushed in just 3 months. Jing's gamble, though it cost his advisor his life, had worked. The king's power was broken forever. With the internal threat gone, the peace was secure. Jing doubled down on his father's policies. Taxes were almost nothing. The economy boomed. He wasn't a perfect man. He was later suspicious and harsh even to his loyal general, Zhou Yafu. But he was the manager the empire needed. He created something priceless: stability and immense wealth. When Emperor Jing died, he left his son, the famous Emperor Wu, an empire that was unified, stable, and incredibly rich. Wu didn't have to worry about internal rebellions or money. He used this perfect foundation to do what his father never did: expand aggressively, send armies against the Xiongnu nomads, and open the Silk Road. So, while Emperor Wu became the famous face of Han power, it was his father, Jing, the stabilizer, who built the stage and paid the bills. He was the essential link between recovery and glory, the manager who proved that sometimes preserving peace is just as difficult and consequential as winning a war.